So next topic is data types. Next topic is data types. Data types are basically main purpose of data types is you want to store the data. Okay. What type of data you want to store? What is the size? So if you want to store a data in an identifier, what type of data and what is the size of each data? That can be explained clearly with the data types. So data types are two types, a primitive and non-primitive data types. So primitive and non-primitive data types, two types are there. So primitive data types, so basically stores the primitive type of data like Boolean, char, integer, and floating values. That's a primitive data types. There are second type, non-primitive data types are reference types. A reference type or a non-primitive data types stores the reference of a memory location. So when the object is created, that object memory address will be stored in that reference variable. That is called reference types or non-primitive types. So let's see first primitive types. There are 8 primitive types: byte, short, int, long. These 4 are used to store integer type of data. Okay, you told sir integer type of data. If I want to store, I can use byte, short, int, long. Okay, when to use what? Byte occupies 8-bit of memory. 8-bit means 1 byte. 1 byte equal to 8 bits. So the range of this byte is minus 128 to 127 you can store. That's the byte range. Short is 16-bit size. What is the short memory size? 16 bits. Once you declare short s equal to 10, 16-bit of memory will be over. If you declare byte b equal to 5, 8-bit of memory will be gone from the memory. It is going to occupy. So short is the range is minus 32,768 to 32,767. Integer, to store integer numbers, positive, negative integer numbers. If you want to store, you can use int. So 32-bit is the memory size for integer, and it is minus 214. You can see here bigger numbers, right? This much size will be there for this. And long integers, if you want to store, you will use a long. It occupies 64-bit memory size. This is the bigger memory size. So this size is very big because this is the long size you can declare. So that like phone numbers, all you cannot declare with a integer. You have to declare it as a long one if it is not a decimal values. Then there are decimal values. Okay, you want to declare 3.44, 2.11. Like this decimal things, if you want to store, what is the data type you need to use? Float or double. So float, the memory size is 32-bit. Double memory size is 64-bit. And these 6 are used for the numbers, right? Number. And we have a Boolean. A Boolean is used mainly to store either true or false. Either true or false values you can store. Char. Char is a, so mainly used to store a 16-bit of memory size it occupies, and you can store only characters. Character can be a number, can be a special character, a space, a number, a digit, an alphabet, anything is a character. But only one character you can store in the char data type. If you store more than one, that's not a character. So character is enclosed in single quotes. Let me show you that. See, this is the double GPA 4.8. So this is the 4.8 is a double. That's why you declared as a double. So let me create a data types. So how to create a class? Again, so who are not done till now, right click on the package, new class. So I'm just showing. So data types. Take the main method, click on finish. So double GPA equal to 5.1. Float y equal to float f equal to 2.5. So this is the variable declaration also. These are all local variables. So local variables, I'll tell you variables also. These are all variables and you can print. See, I can print. So GPA value is, I'm just printing the value. I declared the variables and I'm just printing. So this is all in double quotes. If I clip, I already told you it's a string. If you enclose a value in double quotations, then plus is a joining operator. It joins the variable. So f value, what is the f value? 2.5. So this 2.5 is stored here. And then so you have to declare long and equal to value, and at the end you have to write capital L. Can you observe here for float also I have written capital F on the right hand side. Value after you have to write a capital F for float. So to distinguish, okay, which is a, so decimal, is it a double or a float? How you can distinguish that? To tell clearly, if you put a F, that means it is a float type. If you don't put anything, that's a double type for the decimals. For integers, long integer, if you want to tell, so your number after on the right hand side, put a capital. That is only for long, not for others. Only for long and here only for float. So that is the one. And character C equal
Is that
to,
mandatory, Ramesh,
yes,
to put a L and
yes,
okay.
yes, it's mandatory.
Okay.
And so I can declare anything. Dollar, I can declare anything. A single quotes, you have to use a single quotes. That's the indication of a character. Char C2 equal to even spaces also. Space also one character. Character C3 equal to, so alphabets we want, right? Let me declare some alphabets. But this is not acceptable. See, it is throwing error. Why it is throwing error?
It has two characters.
Characters.
two characters.
Not much.
So more than one character.
Yeah, more than one.
Okay. So this is the not acceptable. So if you enclose in single quotes, only single character only, not more than one character. So that's all. And next one, Boolean. So Boolean B equal to true. Already B we declared, so I can use a different one. Variable, different variable I can use. Okay. That's the how you can print all the variables. So white B is plus B. So S is plus S H. I value is plus I. I'm just printing all the values, okay? Long L is. So whichever you want to write a readable statement, put in double quotes. Your readable statement. What you want to print in the console. That put in the double quotes, whatever you give, that will print as it is in the console. So within double quotes. Then plus is a joining. So string, that's a double quotes one is a string plus and value, which value you want to append. Append means joining. So I want to append L value. So whatever L value is there, that L value will print in the console also. Print statement is just for printing purpose. So I'm just printing character C is plus C. So Boolean Bn is so that's it. I'm just so see everything under main method inside I have written so that first a declaration and assign the value, and then I'm using these variables here in my print statement. See my readable statement appending with the value, with the variable value. Variable name you have to write as it is. You should not put in double quotes. If you keep in double quotes, that will print as it is, not the value of that variable. So that's all about data types, primitive data types. See this. See GPA value, float value, byte value. See all this, whatever you given GPA, what is the GPA value? 5.1, that is printed here. So with this statement plus the GPA value is added to that line. That's a print statement. It is printed this value and went to next line because of ln. Same float f value printed and appending f value. F value is 2.5, so it's appended. Like that, you can do that. So this is all the data types, primitive data types. And any questions here? See, this is the float value. And so this is the another example I have given. You can practice this. So percent sign, see character. So character you can enclose in single quotes. So what is the memory size of character? 16-bit will be occupied. What is the integer size? 32-bit. What is the long size? 64-bit. What is the short size? 16-bit. What is the byte size? 8 bits. Character size 16-bit. What is the float size? 32-bit. What is the double size? 64-bit. So all this memory sizes you need to remember. This is the, so basically it's a default values that we can remember. Unicode escape sequences. And so this we will discuss this one later. Type conversion, tomorrow we will discuss this. And non-primitive data types. What are the non-primitive data types? So non-primitive data types are string, array, enum, interface, class. Any class is one non-primitive or reference type data types. Interface also, any interface, one non-primitive data type. Enum is another non-primitive data type. Array is a non-primitive data type. String class also non-primitive data type. So tomorrow we'll discuss a string and then we'll move on. So any questions? First we'll discuss conversion, then we'll discuss string. So that's the tomorrow's topic. But till today, finish all this, declare different variables, local variables. These are all local variables. Why I'm calling local variables is, so method inside, if you declare any method inside, if you follow this syntax, so data type, so variable name equal to value, this is called local variable. If you declare a variable method inside, any method, not only main method, I'm saying any method inside, if you follow this syntax, so what you call that variable? Local variable. Now, this is the variable name. That is a local variable. GPA is the local variable. F is the local variable. B is the local variable. SH is the local variable. I is the local variable. L is the local variable. C is the local variable. So C data type here. If you remember this syntax, you can easily tell, right? If you remember this syntax, so if I ask you what is the BN data type? What is the BN data type?
B is byte. Bn is boolean.
BN.
Boolean.
Boolean data type. What is the value of BN? What is the value of BN? Why you are not comparing this? Bhargavi, what is the value of BN?